What is charisma, and do you have charisma? Charisma is simply the ability to draw people to you, to attract them to you, and inspire them to want to follow you. Because if nobody's following you, are you really leading? If you want more Rizzz, more charisma, do this one thing. And in this video, I'm going to tell you 3 ways to do that one thing. Okay, so the one thing is not getting a haircut or upping your fashion, although I'm not going to say that those won't help you. The one thing that you must do in order to attract more people and to draw them to you and invite them into your circle of influence is see the best in them. I know that's not exactly mind-blowing, but if you think about all the people that you come into contact with on a daily basis, is it immediately obvious what is good in each person? No. In fact, it might be more obvious what is not good in each person. We need to train ourselves as leaders to find what's good in others and even to fight for what's good in others. Why? Because we're all the same. We are filled with self-doubt and insecurity, and we always gravitate toward the people who will make us feel better about ourselves, who affirm us, who encourage us. So here are 3 ways that you can find the best in other people. The first way you can find the best and see the good in everyone is to give everybody a 10. Out of 10, not out of 100. And I mean everybody, including your parents, your siblings, your teammates, every single classmate, every single teacher, every single coach. This is what it means to give people grace. You guys, grace is what God gives to you. And it's only because God gives you grace that you have grace to give to others, right? When you wake up in the morning, before you do anything to deserve any blessings or any favor or any goodness from God, He already gives you an A for the day. He gives you 100%. He sees you in Christ, which means He sees you as perfect and completely righteous and holy. That empowers you to see others that way too. You give others the overflow of the grace that you are given every single day by God. The second way that you can find the best and see the good in others that will make them want to come to you is by deciding that every single person has something to teach you. Do you see the people around you as teachers? Do you believe that you can learn something from every person in your life, that every person has a gift that they can give to you to make you better? We feel better about ourselves when we help other people to feel better about themselves. So invite other people to add value to you by learning from them, by letting them teach you something, and that makes them feel like a 10. If you can focus on helping other people feel more like a 10, instead of focusing on you and how you can be more of a 10, that is the key to charisma. That is that X factor that draws people to you because they like the way they feel when they're with you. The last way that you can see the good in others and focus on the best in them is by getting personal, sharing yourself. And the only way that you will have the courage to be vulnerable and to be honest with other people about the real you is by seeing yourself in Christ. The most effective way to get personal and to be vulnerable, to share yourself, your true self with other people in a way that's going to attract them to you and give them permission to share their real selves with you is by seeing yourself in Christ. When you see yourself through the truth of what God says about who you are, that frees you to look at your sin, to look at your guilt, to look at your need, your weaknesses, your imperfections, to admit that you fall very short of God's glory. And yet, you can still, at the same time, see yourself in the best light possible, as completely forgiven, completely loved, accepted, approved of, holy, righteous in Christ. So your Christian identity is the key to finding that charisma in you, that magnetic pull that people are attracted to in order to follow you. That light in you is your Rizzz, is your charisma. And that light should point people not to you, but to Jesus. The light of Christ lives in you if you are a Christian. Not everybody is going to be attracted to the light in you, that light of Christ. It will honestly repel some people from you. And that's to be expected, and that's normal, and you should be prepared for that. Not everybody is going to be attracted to you, just like not everybody was attracted to Jesus. But Focus on the people that you are called to serve, that you are called to bless, that you are called to lead and to bring the best out of. And that's all you need to do. In closing, this video was inspired by this book by John Maxwell, The 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader. It is a book I am taking middle and high school students through this year in my Well-Led Life Leadership Mastermind. And if I have not had the pleasure of meeting you, my name is Brenda Jung, and I do mentor middle and high school students who are growing in Christian leadership. If you want to connect with me, I would love to hear from you. Brenda@weleadthis.com. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing you next week.